Welcome back to Wareham Sports on Wareham Media, everybody. I'm Matt Lins here with you tonight. This is the busiest week of home basketball games for Wareham High School. You may have tuned in last night and seen the boys come away with a victory. Tonight it's the Lady Vikings' turn as they take the floor actually for the remaining games of the week. We have games every day this week except Thursday. And the last three games for the week, today, tomorrow, and Friday, all Lady Vikings. Tonight they're welcoming in Nauset High School. The Warriors are 1-9 on the season. Oh, I'm sorry, they're 1-13 on the season. They're 1-9 in their league. While the Vikings are 6-7 overall and 4-2 in the league. So the Vikings are in decent positioning as we approach the end of the regular season. But you need to be careful. This is what they call a trap game. You come in here, you expect an easy win. The opponent's only won a single game all year. Then the trap closes on your foot. So the Vikings, this is a great opportunity. Get some momentum going, get some rhythm going as they head down that stretch, and we wait to see what a potential playoff berth could look like. But other than that, we're glad you're with us. We hope you settle in and get comfortable, and we're going to be back with starting lineups and the national anthem in just a moment. Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to Wareham High School's J. Montague Gymnasium for tonight's basketball game between the Nauset Warriors and your Wareham Vikings. On behalf of the administration, staff, and students of Wareham High School, we welcome Nauset High School to this contest. This competition is conducted in accordance with the rules and regulations of the Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association. The game officials are responsible for administering the rules of the game. Their experience and integrity qualify them for this important responsibility. Athletes and fans are expected to demonstrate good sportsmanship to everyone here. Negative behavior will not be tolerated and will result in expulsion from this gymnasium. The officials for tonight's game are Pete Bailey and Pat Wilkinson. The Warriors' record is 1-9 in the league and 1-13 overall. The Vikings' record is 4-2 in the league and 6-7 overall. Nauset's head coach is Gene Layton, and they are assisted by John Covell and Kylie Vital. Starting for the Warriors. At guard, sophomore, captain, number 1, Amari Brace. At guard, sophomore, number 22, Aria Robinson. At forward, freshman, number 4, Jazz Rivas. At forward, freshman, number 10, Bryn Q. At forward, senior, number 11, Darian Falk. Wareham's head coach is Mike Fortune, and they are assisted by Megan Kashner and Shane King. Starting for the Vikings. At guard, freshman, number 33, Kennedy Mooney. At forward, junior, number 43, Savannah Varden. At forward, junior, number 14, Johnny Tompkins. At guard, freshman, number 1, co-captain, Jordan Elwood. And at forward, junior, number 10, the other co-captain, Mercedes Perry. A reminder that food and drink are not allowed in the gymnasium, and we ask that you do not walk in front of the players' benches. At this time, please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
Go Vikings.
Welcome once again, everyone, to J. Montague Gymnasium on the campus of Wareham High School, where tonight the Lady Vikings are playing host to the Lady Warriors of Nauset High School. I am Matt Linz, and Christian Fernandez joining me on the call tonight. Also, as he is multitasking, also running our on-screen graphics.
Don't tell them that.
Now you know who to blame if something goes wrong.
Now I'm going to mess up. No, we have to multitask here at Wareham Media. We wanted to be more professional. One thing that people have always complained about, they weren't able to see the score. One camera, it's really hard to show the scoreboard because it's not directly in front of us. It's actually
off to the side
of each basket. We have cables and all kinds of things to film around.
Tompkins takes the face-off against Bryn Q, and it goes to Nauset. Christian, we were talking before the game. You were telling me that the Lady Vikings haven't had a game since January 30th, but they're going to have 3 games this week.
Yeah, it seems like a bit excessive. I know in another week or so is vacation weeks coming up soon, right?
Yep.
So that's probably why.
Yeah, we're in the home stretch of the regular season here. Things are winding down. That holiday tournament at Apponequet High School that the boys team is a part of, we have a travel here and a turnover by the Warriors, so it's going to be Vikings ball. But that is usually pretty much marks the end of the regular season for us.
And at the end of that week is we find out when the playoff games are.
Correct,
usually.
And what the seeding is and where we're going to be. And I'm sure with the way things are looking, the girls are probably in position to get a spot this year.
They look like they are. I mean, it's a pretty even seed. I can only think that there are teams that are definitely worse than us.
Right.
So,
I mean, they have a 4-2 record in the league, do the Lady Vikings, and they are 6-7 overall. So while one game under 500, still your league record has got to bode well for at least getting a spot. I mean, can't win if you're not in.
Warriors score.
Bryn Q. Bryn Q knocks down the first points of the game for the Warriors, makes it 2-0 as Elwood's pass goes long of Savannah Varden.
And they made it last year. I believe they lost the first game in the season. I think we went, it was an away game.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be on the floor. Jump ball called will favor the Vikings.
And it wasn't even a close away game. But it's still good experience.
Elwood, the captain, is directing traffic. As she takes the inbound from Tompkins. She's making sure her players down at the other end of the court know where they're supposed to be. Mercedes Perry takes a 3. Varden able to wrestle it away from the Warrior on the floor.
Good defense.
Yes, it was. Tompkins tries the up and around and gets fouled at the baseline. Nauset foul against number 10, Bryn Q, her first, team first. Johnny Tompkins at the line, shooting 2. The shooting foul puts Tompkins at the line. She could get Wareham's first points. Her first one's a little short off the front of the rim. She makes her second, so it's 1-2. And we want to see what this Vikings defense can do. There's a block by Tompkins. Tompkins aggressive.
And a good steal.
Yep, clean. She's working against 2 defenders, drives to the basket. It's up and over and into the hands of Falk. Now Nauset in transition as Brace brings it up the floor. Elwood takes it away, knocks it away from behind in a steal, gets it over to Perry. So 2 takeaways on back-to-back offensive possessions.
It's about 3 minutes down into the first quarter, and we're only 2-1. So
I've noticed that. It seems like the girls take, and I don't want to say both sides, but it seems like it takes a little slower to get going. But in that time, the defense does not allow a lot of points. I've noticed a lot of low scoring first quarters. And Nauset has called a timeout. Timeout, Nauset.
well, that's a really good thing too, because your defense needs to stay strong the whole game.
Right.
And if you're really strong early, it makes the other team try to figure out what to do, to how to change up.
Yep.
It also sets the floor. If you keep interrupting the other team from being able to progress forward, then it's going to be harder for them to score. But you also want some forward momentum too. You don't want to be just stagnant at your 0 points, because then it's not going to go anywhere. Must get all free throws.
Yes.
I think we talk about that every year, but it's like a golf game.
I think we talk about it every game, especially the close ones, because the closer the game, the more important and critical those free throws become, especially late into the game, third, fourth quarter, as you're trying to close out. So we come out of the Warriors' timeout, 4:53 left on the clock in the first quarter. Nauset on top, 2-1. And that one rolls in.
So 4-1
Amari
Warriors.
Brace. I'd like to see some of Perry's shots start to fall, because it looks like her confidence has wavered a little bit.
Mercedes last year was very solid.
She was, and that's why it's a little unusual. But Varden, again, showing her dominance under the hoop, getting those offensive rebounds, ripping them away from the Warriors as they try to get those defensive boards.
Yeah, that was definitely a foul.
Q went up and drew the foul
33.
against Mooney. Wareham foul against Kennedy Mooney, her first, team first.
Really got
Bryn Q at the line, shooting 2.
really good job for Kennedy of getting in front, but you need to plant your feet,
Right.
not jump.
Right. Q makes her first. It's 5-1. And misses the second. Elwood over to Perry. Perry was a solid three-point shooter last year. That's why I'd like to see her get back in that rhythm. Brace was working against Elwood. Elwood shut it down, didn't give her a chance at the basket. Mooney gets the rebound, hands it off to Tompkins. Tompkins is going to drive from one end of the court to the other. She's going to lose the handle on it.
She couldn't even get close to the basket.
No. They got to get her some help. Brace, one of the 3 captains on the team, was bringing it up, gets it over to Q. Q posts up. Bryn Q.
7-1. Now's the time to get a three-pointer or something else. We've only got 3:13 left to go. We need some more points on the board.
They're going to give it into Elwood's hands. She's going to put up the 3, and that's off the back of the rim.
No one was there for the rebound.
Elwood has been working against Brace all game, and it's been pretty impressive.
There
Now
it
a back and
goes.
forth.
That's what we like to see.
Johnny Tompkins. Tompkins from the feed by Elwood, who took the feed from Tompkins. A back and forth, up and in. Long 3 for Nauset, no good off the backboard by Q. Q is going to be short off the inside of the rim. Mooney with the rebound gets it over to Tompkins. Mooney trying to look for Varden. That should be out off of Nauset. Yes. A little dangerous as Mooney was trying to force it into Varden, but Varden was double covered.
Yeah. The idea was there, but
Right.
sometimes you need to look for another option, I think.
She had one too. I think Perry was
In
open.
the corner.
Yeah. And Jordan's getting double teamed. Like they know who to look for. Jordan's got nowhere to go. She needs help. Somebody's got to come help her. Finally, Tompkins gets up there. The shot clock is at 6. And again, Tompkins trying to force her way into triple coverage, but she draws a blocking foul. Nauset foul against Jazz Miley Rivas Valero, her first, team second.
Oh, they're saying not a shooting call.
No.
Just a blocking.
I agree. She was not in the act of shooting. She was trying to get back into the paint.
Through to shoot.
Yes. So, correct call. That pass is tipped, but good recovery by the Vikings. Mercedes Perry driving the line, kicks it out to Elwood. Tompkins at the top, moving it over.
Oh, blocked.
That shot's blocked. Lily Woodside's on the floor for the Vikings.
Woodside has done a lot better this year.
She's young. She's an 8th grader, isn't she?
Yeah. Another 2 points for the Warriors.
Jazz Miley Rivas Valero. Timeout, Wareham. It's 9-3, 1:30 left in the first as Wareham takes their first timeout of the game.
I don't know. Maybe the absence of games, they're a little rusty.
Could be. But, I mean, it's only been, what, a 4 or 5 day stretch. Today's February 4th. They last played on January 30th. So that's about 4 games, yeah, the 31st to the 3rd. So not that much of a break. I'm sure they get a couple practices in. But, again, practice in real game situations obviously totally different. But we're gonna see what their endurance is made of over the rest of this week. They have back-to-back games today and tomorrow. They have Thursday off, and then they play here again on Friday. And Friday's an early game. Friday's a 3:30 start time. Actually, the games get earlier as the weeks go on, don't they? It was a 6:30 start tonight.
Yeah, it's
5 or 5:30 tomorrow.
5.
All right, so 5 o'clock start tomorrow, and then 3:30 on Friday.
I like the 5 o'clock games. The 3:30 games, that's too early.
Yeah.
School gets out at 2:10.
Right. Elwood gets tripped up as she goes to the basket. But it looks like incidental contact. There's no call. Nauset leads by 6, coming up on 1 minute to play in the quarter.
Traveling. Good defense by Savannah Varden.
I've been impressed with her play this year when she comes out onto the floor.
We knew she comes from a sports family. She also does soccer and softball. So,
and if I'm not, is she a goalie on the soccer team?
She's goalie on soccer.
Okay, and she's a catcher for softball. So
correct.
Those two positions, extremely defensive minded. So it would reason to think that her defense would be a strong point in the game of basketball.
Not a lot of running in those positions, but it's still really good defensive-minded, wrestling the ball like she did just now, and controlling where the ball's going is really important too. There's a shooting foul.
Yep. And I think that's what Johnny's trying to do when even if she goes into triple teams, she's trying to draw that foul. Nauset foul against Amari Brace, her first, team third. Johnny Tompkins at the line, shooting 2.
One thing, lots of fouls in the beginning will hurt the other team in the end. But
Savannah got the start tonight. Unavailable for the Vikings tonight, Gianna Hernandez.
Missed both.
Perry fighting for the rebounds, goes out off of a Warrior. Darian Falk trying to plead her case, but the referees say it's Vikings basketball. She's got to inbound it. There she goes. Over to Perry. Perry's looking for Woodside, but Brace stepped right in front of the pass and goes the other side, but
Good
she traveled.
defense. Good defense by Lily Woodside.
Was it Lily or was it Elwood?
I thought it was Lily. I might be wrong.
I think Elwood was on that side, and Elwood and Brace have been paired up so far in this game. They seem to be the one-on-ones here. Varden, good job picking up that loose ball. Tompkins trying to force it in, and his time expires in the first quarter. And after one, it's 9-3, Nauset.
It's not where we want to be, but they did a lot of really good defense, and they had really a lot of good plays. They just couldn't get the ball to sink. So it's still anyone's game. I'm not really worried too much. And I think if we go back to your first year that you were helping out as a host, we used to see the boys varsity team. The first quarter was always their worst.
Yeah.
It was just a natural thing that Wareham basketball, first quarter is always the worst, and then like they warm up and they got better.
But they only held Nauset to 9 points. You know, through 8 minutes of play. I mean, that's very good.
It's like a point a minute almost.
Yeah. The trend I've noticed is the visitors have seemed to be making better adjustments in the second half. Like when they come out of the locker rooms at halftime, the Vikings kind of struggle to like build up that momentum and get going. And meanwhile, whatever the coach of the other team says to them, it works. So we have to wait and see how that goes tonight. But you're making adjustments throughout the whole game. So we'll see what kind of adjustments the Vikings make here as we start the second quarter.
All right, Warriors have the ball starting the second quarter.
Johnny Tompkins takes a seat for a rest. And Donovan DeJesus comes in her place. Now, I've been impressed with this young lady, too, because she's done another great job at, she's kind of taken over Varden's role at this point. She's got the height, she's got the size, she gets herself under the basket, and she fights for those rebounds.
Is she an 8th grader, too?
Yes, she is. I'll tell you, there is definitely potential with Woodside, DeJesus, and there's a player on the JV team that we've been watching who should be coming up next year. So there's a lot of potential in the future, and I would think most of this team, if not all of this team, is going to be back because they're all underclassmen.
It's a foul on DeJesus.
Wareham foul on Donovan DeJesus. Should be her first. They've got the wrong number up on the board.
Yeah, there's no 33 out there.
Yeah, there is. Mooney's out there.
Oh, Mooney's
so they're
out
calling
there.
it on Mooney, actually. I thought it was Donovan. I thought it was you, too. And actually, because she's picked up her second.
Tompkins is going to come back in. I didn't even think that Mooney was even nearby. Line violation.
So no free throws made. It still is a 6-point game, 9-3, Nauset on top. About a minute gone in the second quarter. Elwood's got an open look at a three. It was a long one.
Just bounced off Woodside's knee.
Seems to me like some of the Viking shooters out there are having a little bit of trouble with their range.
They're putting either too much or not enough on it.
We also have 0 seniors this year.
Right. Tompkins got the rebound, moved it up ahead to Perry. Woodside's going to take a shot. It's going to be short off the side of the backboard. Again, fighting for that loose ball. DeJesus and Woodside. Woodside made a nice read and had an angle trying to
And
get
it's
that
out of
pass.
bounds off Warriors. No sloppy passing.
Well, it's a valid point because that's what that was. But that's because Falk had 2 Vikings all over her. You know, she was just working that pivot. She had nowhere to go. She was pretty much begging for help and finally tried to force it up ahead.
Every time they go inside, it's to a person who's multiple covered.
And we've had a turnover.
Said it was stepped on the line. Nice.
So out of bounds?
Yeah.
Okay. Got to know where you are when you're working that sideline, know how close you are. Nauset having some trouble handling the ball too.
Nice.
Tompkins wrestles it away on the floor. Up ahead, a little too much on it for DeJesus.
It was a good eye.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to correct that last foul against the Vikings. Donovan was close to that play, but they actually did call it on Kennedy Mooney. So that's Mooney's second personal of the game and the first team foul of the quarter. I figured maybe they misidentified. And I thought the referee put up the hand saying 23, not 33. So, but
another score by the Warriors.
I missed who it was. My apologies. But it is 11-3.
I believe it was number 10.
That would be Bring Q. She's been the leading scorer. I've said her name a lot. I'm not able to keep the stats tonight because I am multitasking as well. There's going to be a jump ball.
Wrestling move there.
No, but it was clean. They locked up around the basketball. The jump ball is going to go to the Vikings. Nauset and Wareham showing toughness early in the game. Good ball movement. Around the horn over to the far side. Perry stepped outside the arc. I thought she might have had an opportunity there. DeJesus doing a nice job setting a screen. Elwood picks it up, comes in, draws the foul.
It's Nauset number 1 run.
Nauset foul against Bring Q, her second, team first. Jordan Elwood at the line, shooting 2.
Number 1 for Nauset ran to help Jordan up.
I mean, Bryn went hard to the floor. She's coming to the bench, and she is in some discomfort. They helped her to the bench there.
Is she the one that fouled?
Yes. All right, so Jordan's got 2 shots at the line, trying to steal some momentum back. She makes her first. And if she makes her second, she can cut it to a 6-point deficit. And she does. It's 5-11. Nauset on top, 4:29 to go in the second. Perry with a nice job getting up and pressing against Falk. Now Nauset's returning the favor. Tompkins has got a 1-on-2. Got the foul. Nauset foul against Darian Falk, her first, team second. Johnny Tompkins at the line, shooting 2.
this is where we want to see them pick up more time.
Right. Whoa, rattled in. With that backspin, I thought it was going to be short. But here we go, Christian. We were talking about the free throws, and it's if you can get yourself to the line and break this momentum, that one's no good.
5-point game. 11-6, 3:57 to go. Traveling.
It's been another low-scoring quarter. It was 9-3 Nauset at the end of the first. It's now 11-6.
And Wareham's points came from free throws.
Right. Almost exclusively, haven't they?
Yes. They one basket. I don't remember who.
Yeah, I think Tompkins made it. DeJesus getting double teamed. She needed the help. Q's back in the game, so whatever was bothering her, they've worked through it. She was able to check back in. Long pass up ahead. We'll have to wait and see because it looked like she was, Q, that is, was favoring her arm as they were helping her off. So we're going to have to see if that impacts her shooting at all. Because I have said her name a lot when it has come to scoring points for Nauset tonight. As she takes the inbounds, working against 3 defenders.
Come on, get a rebound. There we go.
Elwood's bringing it up. Nice feed to Woodside.
Short.
But again, that was a good play. That was good design. That's what you want to see. You know, they'll get those to start falling, and Lily picks up the loose ball. But Donovan has it knocked away by Falk.
I seem a little tired.
Varden's checking back in. DeJesus going to come out.
.243 left. Woodside back to Elwood.
Varden's back in the game. The only and they're going to call jump ball.
It's a double team jump ball.
Yeah. Good job by Varden hanging on to that. She had 2 Nauset players trying to tear it away. Looked like Q wanted to hand it off to Brace, but I don't know if Brace mixed up the play, but there was nobody there for her to give it off to, so she kind of just shrugged and took it herself. Another jump ball. This one will go to Wareham.
.210.
Wareham trying to cut into this 5-point deficit. Perry's got an open look at a 3, a little long, but Tompkins there for the rebound, but her second chance is short.
Nice.
Elwood takes it away from Brace. And again, that's the one-on-one matchup to watch so far tonight as Tompkins' layup is no good.
Whoa.
Well, I think that was good. You know, Falk was doing what she had to try to keep the ball away from Tompkins and kind of back her off a little bit, but it was clean.
Nice block by Tompkins.
Yep. Q. Brandon Q.
Was that a 2?
Yes. The Vikings need to know where Q is at all times when they're on defense.
Or they need to start double teaming like Nauset's been doing.
Whoa! They call it jump ball, but Falk looked like she had solo possession of that. I didn't see any other Vikings with their hands on it. She was pivoting and turning and trying to keep it away from Wareham, but they called jump ball. We're under a minute to play in the quarter, 44 seconds and counting. Nauset driving the baseline, puts it up, rattles around and falls. Nauset gets the offensive rebound. Falk taking it out past the free-throw line. Varden's all over her. Falk puts it up. It's off the side of the backboard. Varden reaching in. And they're going to get her on the foul. Wareham foul against Savannah Varden. Her first, team second.
Where's Falk going? Injured?
I don't know. Well, Falk's coming to the bench right now. And Valerio is on the floor in her place. And Valerio is going to take that shot, and it's going to roll around and in. Jasmiley, Rivas, Valerio.
Oh, lane violation is going to go to Nauset. Or stepped out of bounds coming in.
I was going to say
something.
couldn't have been a lane violation. It wasn't a free throw. But either way, another opportunity for Nauset to try to score points. We're 15 seconds to the half. Up ahead to Elwood. Elwood can't handle it, but she actually gets back control of it. Turns around, puts the brakes on. Varden was going to try to put it up. Did a nice job to control it as Nauset came up and blocked it. Trying to get the shot off. Elwood's going to put it up at the buzzer, and it's no good. So the first half will end. Nauset on top, 15-6.
Another 9-point lead. All right, we're on.
All right, so we're getting ready to start the third quarter, and I think everybody in the building missed something because they made a score adjustment during the half. It's now 15-8. So they gave Wareham an extra 2 points. And Christian, you and I were confused about that, wondering what happened.
I haven't missed any scores, so I don't know where the 2
Well,
points
the
came
Nauset coach came over and looked at the scorebook. And one of the referees came over and looked at the scorebook, and they had a conversation with the scorer, and it has not changed. So I was confused because I had written down that it was 15-6 at the end of the half, and then I looked up and it was 15-8.
Yeah, and I had the same stuff on the graphics.
Right.
So I'm always for getting more points.
Yeah, yeah.
I just don't know where it came from. Oh.
Oh, nice
Nice
job by
job.
Woodside. Nauset scored 9 in the first quarter, 6 in the second to get to 15, and meanwhile Wareham scored 3 in the first and 5 in the second. So it's been a very low-scoring game. But as I mentioned in the first half, this is where we see who made the better adjustments in the locker room.
Third quarter is always a sure tell. You either come back and nothing's changed,
Right.
and the deficit gets higher and higher, or you make a change.
I don't know who Elwood was looking for, but nobody was looking for Elwood. So her pass sailed by everybody.
Everyone was looking at the basket. I don't know. Good placement there by Mercedes Perry.
Q lost the handle. She was their leading scorer in the first quarter, unofficially, because I don't have any records kept, but I said her name a lot when it came to points. Nice job by DeJesus getting it away, but it's blocked and knocked out of bounds by Valerio.
And it was a clean block.
Yep. Over the top. Got all basketball. Elwood, Woodside, DeJesus, Perry, and Laney Abreu on the floor for the Vikings.
I'm always wary with those bounce passes because they seem to be almost uncontrollable.
Elwood with a nice crossover to keep it away from the defender. Abreu trying to get it inside. DeJesus rips it away. Posts up. Gets the basket and a foul. Nauset foul against Darian Falk, her second, team first. Basket by Donovan DeJesus is good, and Donovan DeJesus at the line shooting 1. What an effort by DeJesus. Stands in, maintained control, put the shot up, drew the foul, got the basket, missed the and one, but still
5-point game now.
Quite impressive for an 8th grader. Out there with no fear against juniors and seniors on the floor for Nauset. Q up and over into the hands of Perry.
$5:50 to go.
Tompkins is getting ready to check back into the game. She's at the scorer's table. Abreu, that's a 3. That's off the top of the basket, the backboard, I should say. Look at Woodside chasing her down.
Lily Woodside's really fast.
Yes. Tompkins is going to come in to replace Woodside. And we're going to have a timeout called by Nauset. Timeout, Nauset. Timeout comes with 5:33 left to go in the third quarter, and the Warriors on top of the Vikings 15-10.
If we can get Lily Woodside up to some of the standards that like Amari Rhodes has, where he gets in front of the player and stops, versus trying to reach in and tag the ball. She's doing a really good defensive job by knocking it away because it's stopping the momentum and it's stopping the shot.
Yeah.
But if she could get in front and stop.
But again, still an impressive performance for an 8th grader.
I'm not knocking the.
No.
But she's got a good amount of year. We've got her, well, hopefully we have her for. The toughest part about 8th graders on the team is 8th graders don't have to come to the high school.
Right, they do have school choice, so.
They can go to Upper Cape Tech or any of the tech schools. Bristol Aggie, I think, is the other one.
Yes.
Or a charter school.
Nice steal by Elwood off the inbounds. Tompkins going up the other way.
A little
She
hard.
got it back, though. DeJesus stayed right with it, didn't give up on the play. Able to recover. Tompkins reaching in, trying to take it away from Falk.
Almost taken away by Elwood. What was that?
I don't know.
Oh, backcourt violation?
Or maybe a 10-second violation.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's what Colin's saying.
Yeah, okay.
They didn't make it past the line.
They did not, and that, again, shows the defense of the Vikings. Abreu is, whoops. Commits the foul and then gets bonked on the head by the basketball, but she's in good spirits about it.
She's like, my hair.
Wareham foul against Lainey Abreu, her first, team first.
What? They weren't shooting. Was she? I guess she was.
Amari Brace at the line. Is she or is she? Nope, she's not. I don't know what's happening.
It's musical chairs. Nobody knows what's going on.
It's funny because they were all setting up, and everybody
And then
just
they
kind of
stopped.
went with it, and then the referee was like, nope, take it out. Jump ball, and it's going to be for the Warriors. Mila Guerrier was.
Everyone seems confused.
Yes. You have a 22 out there for Nauset, but I don't have a 22 on my sheet.
It's also a different color.
So probably JV player.
Yeah.
Brew steps in front of the pass, takes it away, going to get it up to Elwood. Great job to get it over the Nauset defender.
Nice save by
Elwood,
Tompkins.
long three off the rim. DeJesus fighting for it. DeJesus takes it away. Has her shot contested.
Wow, she's hurt.
Nope, they both pop up. Guerrier was over her back trying to rip that out, and they both went to the floor.
She seems a little shaky.
Oh, they're checking on her. She may have hit her head. So they're probably checking on that. She did go to the floor hard. But Donovan's going to stay in the game. Q checks back in as Mila Guerrier checks out. Inside to Tompkins. Tompkins gets tripped up.
Oh, someone stomped on her foot.
Nauset foul against Darian Falk, her third, team second. Perry inbounds to Tompkins. Knocked away. And again, the speed.
The foul's on Laney Brew.
Wareham foul against Laney Brew, her second, team second.
Although Jordan Elwood got in front of it before.
Amari Brace at the line, shooting two.
It's almost like if Laney didn't hit it, Jordan would have knocked it out.
Yeah. But it's kind of tough because they're both moving at the same speed. You're both focused on the basketball. Whoa, they both roll around and both fall to the floor.
It's going to be off of DeJesus.
4:11 left in the third quarter, still 15-10.
I think Wareham's the only one who scored.
Yes, that's accurate.
I think Tompkins is going to need a break.
She's hopping. Yeah, she is hopping.
Her speed is definitely hurting her right now.
She's staying in, though.
Our girls are tough girls.
They are. They really are. And they've got a lot of heart because they play a complete game, start to finish. I've always said that. They never give up. But, yeah, if Tompkins needs to come and sit, now would be a good time to put Mooney back in. You could put Savannah back in. Neither one of them have gotten any minutes so far this quarter. Tompkins with the steal going the other way. Trying to draw the foul, but no foul. And Falk has got three on her. So if Johnny had been able to draw that foul, that would have put her in serious foul trouble.
Calling it off of Nauset.
You could also put Lily Woodside back in. She's on the bench right now. But Johnny's got the court vision. I think that's why they want her out there.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that money connection between Elwood and there's a nice feed to DeJesus. And Donovan's going to draw the foul. As I was starting to say, we haven't seen the money connection
There's
between.
your third shot.
Yeah.
Third foul on.
Nauset foul against Bryn Q, her third, team third. Donovan DeJesus at the line, shooting two. But usually we see Tompkins feed Elwood and then Elwood get the points. We saw it once tonight, that nice back and forth. That was the one basket until this quarter that hadn't come off of free throws. Well, and that basket we missed too.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why, but
invented.
Yeah.
3 people covering her, and she still gets away.
Yeah.
Good job, Donovan.
Best to knock it out of bounds and make him inbound it than to let him go up and have a shot at the points.
Our team's been doing really well as knocking it out.
Yes.
Stopping the momentum.
Q and Falk both have 3 fouls on them, so they're going to be 2 players to watch while they're in the game. Varden is now on the floor. Varden and Perry. Bryn Q.
Q again.
Nauset's first points come with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. That's their first basket this half. And it's 17-10. Varden setting the screen for Tompkins. Tompkins passing to Perry.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's going to be a backcourt. Or Nauset's going to pick it up.
Get
Working
there,
against
Savannah.
Varden. She did, but she's going to get a foul called against her.
It's really tough. There's no way she would have been able to plant her feet.
Wareham foul against Savannah Varden, her second, team third. Timeout, Wareham.
She did a good job with moving right with the player, but she just wasn't fast enough to be in front to plant feet and pull a foul. I was just noticing in the shot, Coach Fortune was measuring how tall Mooney was. I think. We can't hear what's going on down there, so I have no idea.
We're pretty much having almost a complete change-out for the Vikings. Woodside, Mooney back in. DeJesus stays on the floor. They're joined by Amani Black-Gomes. And who's the 5th? Number 20, Jazara Lima.
Yep.
That rounds out the 5. Tompkins, Varden, Elwood, Perry, and Abreu all getting a rest. It's a shallow bench for Wareham tonight.
Is it a completely 8th grader team?
8th grader and freshman, I think. There's only a couple 8th graders on the team. Mooney's a freshman. Donovan's 8th grade. Amani is a freshman.
Sunk 1.
Lima's a junior.
All right.
That one goes a little high off the hands of Lima. Nauset will inbound with 2:29 to go in the third, leading 18-10. Q, no good, out of bounds. Wareham's ball. Now another complete switch. 5 for 5. Varden, Elwood, Abreu, Perry, Tompkins back in for Wareham.
I think maybe Coach Fortune just wanted a few more minutes to talk to the starting 5.
That's possible.
Get a little bit of an extra workup or plan something.
Yeah. Ooh. That looked like Jordan almost took one to the head as she went up. That is the 4th foul on Falk. Nauset foul against Darian Falk. Her 4th, team 4th. Jordan Elwood at the line shooting 2.
Well, that's a great way to take out someone in the game.
She's going to have to sit. Well, no, she's staying on the floor, but nope, now she is going to sit, and they're going to send Michaela Kasikoff out in her place. Elwood makes both.
12-18.
Just outside of 2 minutes. Now 2 minutes exactly left in the third. That pass is going to sail high and out of bounds. Wareham ball.
Falk directed traffic for Nauset, so it could be a little bit of a deficit. They still have Hugh on the floor.
Well, she's got 3, so one more puts her in deep foul trouble as well. Inside to Perry, rolling in. There you go, Mercedes.
Go.
Mercedes, Perry.
Nauset timeout.
Timeout, Nauset. Yes, timeout, Nauset.
18-14. Wareham's brought it to a 4-point lead. I think that's the closest they've come, because it's been a 5-point game most of the game. That one in the very beginning was what, a six points?
9-3 after 1, 15-8 after 2.
So
6 and 7.
So 4 point.
Yeah. So and those scores were pretty consistent. There hasn't been a lot of scoring in this game. I mean, we're a minute 40 away from the end of the third. Neither team has broken 20 points yet.
I think this is weird. I've never seen this before. The captain of Nauset is actually talking to the other players, not the coach so much.
But that's why you're a captain. You know, you hold your players accountable. You hold your teammates accountable. You know, you have to be the general and the leader out there when you're on the floor. Nauset wants that second win of the year. Wareham trying to avoid the trap. Q is going to be short. And Savannah goes to the floor. Locks up with Q. Forces the jump ball call, but the possession arrow favors Nauset. .114 to go in the third. Low bounce pass inbound to Q. Q contested, puts it up and over the rim. Tompkins gets the rebound, trying to weave through traffic, coming up the other way. She's got a lane, can't get it to fall though. It was a little low and short.
Wareham just needs to turn around.
There it is. There's a block and a steal by Johnny. Tompkins going to bring it up. One-on-one against Q. Gives it over to Elwood, and Elwood
pulls a foul.
Yes, she does.
On Q. That's her 4th.
Nauset foul against Bryn Q. Her 4th. Team limit.
Now here's the thing. Do you,
Elwood at the line shooting 2.
You take her out in the 43 seconds?
Well, right now she's still lined up in the key. But they are making the swap.
Don't want her to get to 5 in 43 seconds. That's terrible. They'll both probably come back in for the 5th quarter.
I think you might hold them out for a couple of minutes, though, to start that 4th quarter. And wait until you're in a position to close the game out before you bring them back in. Because right now you've got, well, it's a 3-point lead right now. It's 18-15.
20-15. I didn't see
Michaela Kasikoff. Bounces over to Perry. Take the shot.
She didn't have the ball yet.
Yeah, that's right. Elwood tries to put it up. Has it blocked. Tompkins, nice job to keep it away from Nauset. Elwood driving into the lane, up off the glass.
No shot clock. 2 seconds.
And they're not going to get it off. End of 3. 15-20. Nauset leading Wareham.
Let's see if some more imaginary points come in the 5th quarter. The 4th quarter,
Oops.
sorry. You throwing things over there?
No, I'm dropping. Best quarter of the game so far for the Vikings. They scored 7, held Nauset to 5.
Nauset still has that lead.
Yes.
That they've held since the 1st quarter. But, I mean, that's the closest deficit we've seen in a long time.
Yep.
It had up to 3.
Right. Since the start of the game, the closest deficit was technically at the start of the game when it was 2-1.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But we're getting ready to start the fourth quarter here at Wareham. Vikings trying to erase this deficit. They're down by 5, 15-10, trailing the Warriors of Nauset High School.
We also say don't let Christian do math. That's right.
It's been a highly contested game, low-scoring affair, heavy defense, impressive defense from the Vikings tonight.
And Nauset, too.
Yes.
Tompkins
Stepped up inside the arc, but she drew a foul.
Now, is it a 2-point foul or a 3-point foul?
It would be a 2-point.
Yep, 2 shots.
Nauset foul against Jasmiley Rivas Valerio. Her second, team first. Johnny Tompkins at the line, shooting 2. Johnny stepped up. She was clearly inside that arc, and she let that go. There's one. Tompkins trying to make that deficit 3 again. She's got one more free throw.
Yes.
Made them both. 20-17, Wareham. I'm sorry, 20-17, Wareham trailing Nauset. Again, that smothering defense by Tompkins. And they got the jump ball, and it's going to go back to Nauset.
But it stops that momentum.
It does.
It's really hard to come back from something that you're going forward and suddenly you stop, you know. No backcourt?
I think because it was an inbound and she gained possession of it in the backcourt. I think that's why. Tompkins stepping right in and knocking that away, but a good job by Nauset getting that ball back. Oh, it went out off the Warriors. Yeah, I thought it was off a pair of DeJesus.
We'll take it wherever we
Absolutely.
can get it. 1 3-pointer by anyone, specifically Jordan Elwood.
Yeah, she's been, I think she's the leader in threes this year. Woodside.
Oh. Get up there, Elwood. Get up there.
Tompkins also coming from behind to help out. There's a 3 for Nauset. That's no good. Lily Woodside tracks it down. It almost looked like the Vikings were confused. And there's going to be a 10-second violation against Wareham.
It looks like
Tompkins was holding her throat.
Yeah, she got hit in the throat.
She's also still favoring that ankle, that foot she got stepped on earlier this half. But Tompkins right there to get the rebound.
Fouled. Who is she fouled by?
Nauset foul against Amari Brace, her second, team second. And Falk and Q are both still on the bench, each with 4 fouls.
It's probably a good reason for the pickup.
Well, like I said, I kind of expected them to hold them out, but this is Wareham's opportunity to try to make a push, make a run while they're out of the game. Elwood draws a foul. Nauset foul against Michaela Kasikoff, her first, team third. Jordan Elwood at the line, shooting 2. Elwood could make it a 1-point game again. There's one. Here they come.
Yeah.
Now that it's this close a game again, as Elwood sinks both to make it a 1-point game, and Q and Falk are going to come back into the game, which is what I was getting ready to say. It's like if Wareham either took the lead or cut it this close, I would expect the 2 of them to come back in. But they're going to have to play very clean and be very careful.
especially at 6 minutes.
Yes. Yeah,
That's a long
that's
amount
a
of
lot
time.
of time.
I mean,
He's kind of dancing, looking for somebody to throw to, and Wareham took it away. Wareham's looking for their first lead of the game.
Tompkins.
Oh,
So close.
Perry and DeJesus there to try to contest the rebound, but Nauset able to wrest it away. Tompkins from behind reaches in and steals it away.
Pick the pocket.
Jump ball, Wareham's ball.
She was laying on top of her.
But they were both locked up with the ball, so
I know.
good call.
You never want to be on the bottom when the person on top also has the ball jammed into you.
Johnny's fighting fatigue. You can see it on her face. And now she has it knocked away from her. Elwood breaks in, picks up that loose ball. Great hustle. Back and forth, Elwood and Tompkins. Tompkins is going to take it, get up to the free throw line. And there is Wareham's first lead of the game. Johnny Tompkins
21-20.
with 5:08 to go in the fourth. Now here's her dangerous shooter, Q, who feeds inside the baseline. DeJesus takes it away.
Johnny's like, don't give it to me.
Johnny needs a break. She's got to catch her breath. Timeout, Wareham. That's a good timeout. Tompkins needs to catch her breath, needs to get some water, needs a rest.
She's like collapsing on the
She
floor.
is.
and
She's doubled over on the bench right now.
Still wrestled the ball,
Yeah.
still made the shot. I mean, it's such a strong player.
Coach is checking on her right now. She's shown some great hustle and toughness tonight, but she's kind of been beat up a little bit while she's been out there. She's been stepped on, knocked to the floor, knocked down, pushed around. But I was out Sunday and saw a poster in a school in New Bedford, and it was, oh, now I'm not going to be able to remember his name. Nelson Mandela, that's who it was. And he said, don't judge me by my success, judge me by how many times I got back up after I got knocked down. That may not be the exact quote, but that was definitely the sentiment.
All right, Wareham's coming back in with the ball.
Tompkins is on the bench, but she needs that rest, and she's earned it. A lot of her teammates are over there checking on her and congratulating her, showing their support for the effort she's put in this game tonight. Wareham's on top by one, 21-20. Woodside tried to save it. She almost did.
Very close.
This has got to be one of the lowest scoring games I can ever recall doing.
What just happened?
Brew is too close. So they had her back off a little bit.
Whoa!
Oh, they're going to get her for it, and she is out of the game.
A bad pick, right?
Yep.
What do they call it? Moving pick?
They haven't put it on the board, but it was on her, right?
It was.
That's what I thought. So Darian Falk has fouled out of the game. And now Wareham's in the bonus. Even bigger.
So why? Because it was an offensive foul.
Probably. DeJesus needs some help.
Good job, Coach Fortune.
Timeout, Wareham.
Unfortunately, we have one timeout left.
Yes. with 4:22 left in the fourth quarter. And Wareham holding on for dear life to that 1-point lead, 21-20.
Tompkins is also holding her wrist now.
Well, and knowing that Tompkins is one of the biggest offensive threats for the Vikings, you know, every game she gets hammered. Double team, triple team, because they know they're going to go to her. You know, even if she's just going to try to set up an assist, set up the points, they're going to swarm her and not let her do it. And this is just what happens is, you know, you're going to get beat up and knocked around a little bit.
Now, they still didn't put it on the board. Did they just miss the foul?
I don't know, or maybe just with everything going on, they just didn't put it up. But that was definitely Falk that set that pick. Tompkins, yes!
23-20.
Johnny Tompkins.
Wareham leads by 3.
Still a one-possession game. But the pass went out of bounds, and Nauset's coach had to pick it up, and she was not happy.
She actually put it on the floor.
She did. You know. 4 minutes to go in the fourth. Wareham up. Perry, come on!
Oh, it was so close.
Perry has been trying hard all season to get those to fall. I just want to see him start falling for her. She's worked so hard. That's going to be, it was off Donovan's foot, but Tompkins picked it up. There it is, up ahead to Elwood. Elwood's all alone. Oh, can't get it to go.
Inside. Foul. She didn't have the ball all the way.
Wareham foul against Lily Woodside, her first, team first.
Nauset cannot foul at all, but Wareham has 4 to give.
Yes, they do. DeJesus. This is going to be a jump ball, yep. And it'll go to Nauset. DeJesus and Q both grabbed it at the same time out of the air.
2 really tall players.
Yeah, and this is where you kind of got to keep your adrenaline in check too, because you've got that late lead, you're getting excited, but Q again makes him pay, and she almost came back and got the inbound. Bryn Q
Tompkins better watch out.
has it taken away. Nauset's coming up the other way. Here comes Lily. They give it up to Q, working against Perry. Bryn Q. And Q puts Nauset back on top by 1. Elwood's got 2 players coming on her, but that leaves Perry open. Perry has her pass tipped. She's got to go up a little higher when she's got people in front of her like that. Up ahead the other way, number 22. And now it's a 3-point lead for the Warriors, as they've stolen the momentum back from the Vikings. Woodside going to give it up to DeJesus. DeJesus. It's out of bounds, but it's going to stay with Wareham as DeJesus was working against Valerio. No foul, so no free throws. 2:32 to go. Wareham down by 3. Elwood moving DeJesus to where she needs to be. DeJesus working the baseline against 2 defenders. Draws the foul.
Yes! It's 10! It's 10! She's done. She's done.
Nauset foul against Bryn Q, her 5th team limit. Donovan DeJesus at the line, shooting 2. Their 2 biggest threats are out of the game. But Mila Guerrier is coming in, and she was very physical when she was in the game earlier, so you're going to have to watch her. But again, no fouls to give for Nauset. They're at the limit.
Yes! Come on, Donovan. I think this is a 1-point game. Short.
Jump ball.
Favorite Wareham?
Yes. Yes, it is. Perry deserves credit for that as she locked up with Mila Guerrier. She needs somebody to give it to. Oh, over the head. That's okay. She didn't have control of it. That's not a backcourt. But Tompkins has to work against two defenders. Put it up.
Yeah! 26 all.
Johnny Tompkins. Tie game. 2:10 to go in the fourth. This has been quite the quarter as we head to the finish.
Wareham never giving up, never stopping, and Nauset lost its two best players. Or at least the strongest scorers for tonight's game.
Yes. Wareham got their first lead in this quarter. They gave up that lead. They got it back. Now we're all square. Elwood trying to knock it away from 22. Inside to 22. Tompkins blocks it. To Jesus. Elwood again.
Steals it.
She's been working against Brace all night. Over to one side.
Yes! The crowd goes wild.
Lily Woodside. Timeout. Nauset.
28-26. Hey, film the crowd. That woman who's dancing. They came right up out of their seat. That whole crowd was off their feet, up in the air, and it was great.
This has been a fun game to watch. Even though it's been low scoring, you know, this game has got drama.
Sometimes the low scoring can be just as exciting as the one that gets a shot every 2 seconds. Sometimes the shots every 2 seconds is hard for us to write something down and see what's going on. The momentum is definitely there for Wareham right now.
They need to hold on for 96 seconds.
Now, would you actually go to take the lead out, or just hold on the ball and draw the clock? It's a tough call.
It's only 2 points. You gotta build on it.
Yeah.
You gotta build on it. This is 2 points with 1:36 left is not going to get it done.
Yeah.
Lily Woodside takes it away, and she's going to get forced out. She got a foul. She drew a foul.
Pushed out. Yep. She wasn't forced out. She was pushed out by number 12, I think. Is that 12?
I thought it was 32.
32. Yeah, I couldn't see the
foul against Mila Guerrier. Her first team limit. Lily Woodside at the line shooting 2.
I could only see the 2.
Well, we said she was physical.
Stop smiling. What? Who's
I don't know. I don't know.
What are they saying? What's going on?
Oh, she's
bleeding.
Yeah, she's got about it's just a skin or a scrape, but they need to clean her up and just bandage it. That's all.
Is there blood on the floor?
I
don't see any.
No, I don't either. It hadn't gone all the way down her leg, so I don't think it had reached the floor. But they wanted her to go over and get. You're just gonna put a bandage on it. She'll be fine. Come right back in.
They're gonna put tape on it to make sure it stays. Oh, that's not a good Band-Aid.
No, and wrap it around. There you go. Wrap it all the way around. Couple layers.
Duct tape. No.
Oh no, Man, I mean, sports tape, medical tape stings enough when you take it off. You don't need anything worse than that. Good Lord. All right, Lily's got one shot left. She missed her first. It's still a 2-point Wareham lead. 1:34 to go. 28-26 Vikings on top of the Warriors.
Yeah!
Made the second. It's now a 3-point lead. Still a one-possession game. And that defense continues to be all over the Warriors.
Double
Elwood.
team. She broke it. 28-29.
Desmiley, Rivas, Valerio. Johnny goes to the basket but can't get it. Woodside trying to get the rebound, knocks it down. Double dribble.
Turnover. Bad time for turnovers. 1:09.
Yep.
Wareham leads by
Yep.
1. Wow, way over there. That's crazy.
Well, the good news is that's our basket.
Oh, I know. Not.
Perry inbounds to Tompkins. Tompkins working her way into the key. Oh!
In and
In
out.
and out, yes. But Woodside wrestles it away. Gives it up to Elwood. 1 minute to go in the fourth. Elwood needs some help. Perry setting the screen. Elwood's got, there you go. Gives it up to Tompkins, back over to Elwood. Got to do something with it. There's 15 seconds on the shot clock. They are going to have to put one up. Elwood's driving in. Got the foul.
2 shots for Elwood. This could bring up the lead. 41 seconds
Nauset
left.
foul against Michaela Kasikoff, her second team limit. Jordan Elwood at the line, shooting 2. This would go a long way. She made 1. It is now a, well,
2.
it's 2. Yep, you're right, because they scored 1 on the other end. That's right. So Elwood trying to make it a 3-point game.
And it is.
That's very important. That's going to force him to take threes. There's 41 seconds on the clock. Clock is now running. Elwood working against Brace as she has been all night. There's the 3. That's off the back of the rim. Elwood's going to pick it up.
Just hold on to it.
Or force him to foul. Yeah, you don't need to take a shot. Like the coach is telling Johnny, slow down, slow down, slow down. You don't have to take a shot. Just keep it away from him. That's all you got to do. Under 10 to go.
And fouled, sending Jordan Elwood to the line. 7.6 seconds. If she gets even one of
Nauset
these.
foul against number 22, her first team limit. Jordan Elwood at the line, shooting 2. Yeah, if she makes one of these, it should be over. Because it'd be a 2-possession game. There it is. It's a 2-possession game with 7.6 seconds left to go. 32-28 Wareham. Meet them both.
Wareham up by 5.
5 seconds. Final seconds tick away. They're not going to get their shot off, and Wareham wins. Vikings knock off the Warriors 33-28. What a game. What a fourth quarter. Oh, what an exciting game and what an exciting finish. Biggest offensive quarter for the Vikings, and they chose the right time to do it. Putting in 18 points that last quarter, holding Nauset to 8. They were fairly consistent defensively, allowed 9 in the first. They allowed, 7 in the second. There was 15 total. Only allowed 5 in the third and 8 in the fourth. Only allowing 28 points to the Nauset Warriors. Meanwhile, they started slow. Vikings only scored 3 in the first, 5 in the second, 10 in the third, and then 18 in the fourth. So quite the finish. Obviously, the big factor
part was the defense.
Yes.
Because the defenses made Nauset make a lot of fouls early.
Yep.
And then their late game, number 10 and number 11, Q and Falk, were taken out of the game in the third quarter, and then they came in late in the fourth quarter, allowing Wareham to bring it up to 1 point away.
Right.
And then
they Q and Fox started the fourth quarter on the bench. About 2 minutes into it is when Wareham cut the deficit to 1. That forced the coach to put him back in the game, and then they both fouled out. So, that was a big factor. Wareham made their move. They didn't have a lead in the game until the fourth quarter. It went back and forth. They had it. They lost it. They were tied, got it back, and managed to finish and hold it out. So congratulations to the girls. That was a gut check. Complete team performance here tonight. Everybody contributed, not just scoring. Offensively, defensively, smothering the Warriors when they were trying to go to the hoop. Like, everybody came off the bench to contribute. So,
and some people who didn't score did really well defensively. Savannah Varden, one of them. Mooney was another one early on. Woodside, again, phenomenal player. And then the team matchup, Johnny Tompkins and Jordan Elwood. Phenomenal pair together.
Yeah, and Elwood working against Amari Brace all night long and just like shutting her down, pretty much taking her completely out of it. So not much more we can say here. Your final score, Vikings win 33-28 over Nauset. So thank you for joining us here tonight. We're going to be back with you tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow is a 5 o'clock start time. And it'll be the Lady Vikings again taking the floor in their second out of 3 games this week. So for Christian Fernandez and our production crew here at Wareham Sports, thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.